Welcome back to my channel. On this channel you will see like small house cleaning motivation, organizing, decorating. I do have like a little western style, and I also cut my bangs. And let's be real, I'm really tired today. So I started this video yesterday, and it's a kitchen deep cleaning video. And after I was done, I felt like I didn't do anything. Like, my house was clean, but I feel like I didn't have a lot of footage. So I planned on doing this anyway, but I wasn't going to record it. So I did record it. I am repainting my table bottom and my hutch buffet part. So I did record that. However, I didn't get it finished, and then I was going to finish it today, and I ended up having to work. FYI, I am like a substitute teacher, so I'm on call basically. Some days I know in advance, and some days I don't. So I did end up working today. So tonight I'm going to do the top coat, and I did want to just touch base on what paint I'm using, so let me grab it. So I did just get, it's Valspar Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in flat. I got the cheapest that they had, and then I got it in iron ore, so it's this charcoal gray black color. It's not a quite black. This is just a little tip, I don't know if you guys do this or not, but I always search on Pinterest and Google and all the paints before I buy them. I know a lot of people will be like, oh no, I didn't like that paint, but I don't know, I like spend a whole evening researching. So I knew I wanted a black but not black paint, so I ended up going with iron ore after seeing it on the oak wood that I have online, because that kind of gives you a visual, if that makes sense. I also made like a little thing on Canva. I'll insert this in here so you guys can see. So anyways, I did 2 coats of this, and then I'm gonna seal it with the polyacrylic and matte. I didn't do this with the previous time, and I've done it on every other piece of my furnitures, and I don't know why I didn't do it to the table, because it would chip away. So we're gonna do it the right way this time. So I let it dry overnight, and then I'm gonna apply 2 coats of the polyacrylic, and then I'm probably, because it's like 4 o'clock right now, I'm probably gonna let it dry overnight again before I put the hardware back on. Is there anything else I needed to say? This is why I don't start talking. Do you guys remember when I first started on here and I was so awkward, and now I don't shut up? Anyways, bye. Quick, for painting supplies, I just used a paintbrush, and then I'm using these wall and ceilings rollers. I actually got them for something else, but we're gonna do, I tried to wash it out, but it's looking a little crusty dusty. We're just gonna use the new one. Okay, hello you guys. In this part of the video, we are doing just a deep clean or a spring clean, something I need to do way more of than just spring cleaning type stuff. Typically, I try to stay on top of it, but look at how disgusting this is. And yes, it's dirt. It's dirt. And same with this wall. And then this baseboard, it honestly is like this after a month. Whoever thought white baseboards were a good idea, like, just no. I can't be the only one that feels that way. So we're switching it up. I do spend like 100 hours taking off this see you later, because I'm just over it at this point, and it took forever to come off, even with a razor blade. So the products that I am using in this video are, I believe, just powdered Tide in hot water. This, you guys, do not sleep on this. You only need a little bit, and it smells good, and it cleans amazingly. However, I do hate the feeling of it on my hands, so I always wear gloves when I use it. But, like, for baseboards especially, it cleans so good. So right now I'm just filling up my mop bucket to mop the walls. So you just want to make sure it's super, super, super duper wring out. You do not want it to be sopping wet at all. And then, you know, you just wipe the walls down with it. Also, another favorite way of mine to clean walls or baseboards, like to touch up, is to use a magic eraser. So that's just what I do on my front door, and then I go over it with my mop because it was dripping dirt down this door, so I did kind of wipe it up with the mop. So I'm sorry for only posting one video this past week. I definitely caught the flu, so I didn't have time to record. And then once I felt better, I started recording this video, but I felt like it wasn't as long as I wanted it to be, so I ended up doing a little makeover in this video as well. So make sure you stick to the end to see that. I'm going to be redoing this buffet table. We're going to call it a buffet because I usually call it a hutch, but the hutch part is no longer on. So we're just going to refer to it as a buffet from here on out. But I am feeling better, thank the Lord. So I think I am going to record just one video this weekend and maybe get one video up. And then we'll see how the rest of the week goes. I'm super busy with work next week. So we're just going to, play it by ear. I don't want to spend my whole weekend filming. I do want to take my kids, to the trampoline park and whatnot. And I forgot to mention to you guys, I did fill up the sink with Tide and water, and I do end up showing you how disgusting the cabinets and the baseboards were at the, after I'm done deep cleaning, and the walls and stuff. And I feel like I clean this stuff pretty often, but not often enough. Either that or they just get so dirty so quickly, which could be. So I know a lot of people will clean their appliances, like their fridge and their oven and microwave and, all that stuff. But I typically clean that. Like my fridge, I clean it out every week, and I wipe down anytime there's an empty shelf. I'll go ahead and wipe it down before I refill it. But typically I clean the fridge at least once a month. It gets wiped down. And same with the microwave. It gets cleaned pretty often too. And the oven, I just cleaned the oven actually probably like a month ago because something got burnt on the bottom, and then when you're cooking you just constantly smell that burnt. So I did clean that. So that's why those aren't in the video, but you could most definitely do that in the video or you do it as needed. I really try to keep up on everything because I hate spring cleaning and I hate doing all of this all at once. And I realized just now that I didn't clean that window and I really need to clean it. So this baseboard here was rough, so I just took a magic eraser, and sometimes, well, I think it was when I was using like the Tide and bleach, the bleach or something would literally pull up the paint on my trim. So that's what that is. And then, ooh, look at this dirty water. So disgusting, right? So yeah, I stopped doing the bleach method and just sticked with the Tide, so... Okay, and here is just a quick overview of everything clean. Look at how clean that came. It still looks dingy, but that's just white paint for you. So we're actually going to fix that. We're going to be painting the table and the buffet. And this is where I started. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. While the kitchen's clean, we're gonna do the dang thing. So I have to take all the hardware off, obviously. And I didn't have enough drop cloths for everything. So I just put these like plywood things underneath to help with the paint. And then like as you're painting, I just carry around a wet cloth. So anything that spills on the floor, it will just wipe right up. No problem. And I did do the first coat on the doors. And then my 6-year-old, who actually stayed home from school this day, was feeling better and he wanted to help me paint. So that, like, he did an amazing job helping, and obviously, like, this takes so much time. So I was like, of course, if you want to help me paint, you can help me paint. So here's the first coat, and obviously I don't film my children, so you don't see the first coat being put on, but that's totally fine. You get the gist of it. And then I go in with the second coat, and then I end up, once everything's dry, I go up and touch up. Not do necessarily a whole third coat, but I do a third coat where it needs to be done. Whew! Okay, so I did do 2 coats of polyacrylic after this dried overnight and the next day, and then I let everything, like the polyacrylic, dry overnight again. So, but you don't see me doing that in this video because that just gets very repetitive and boring to me. So, okay, so I wasn't going to recover this bench in this video, but we ended up running to town, so I got some of this vinyl fabric to recover it, so I'll show you how I do that. So, and then I'm just going to reupholster the thing, but however, I didn't realize there's literally like 5 layers of fabric on this, so it took me all that I had to unravel it. But anyways, you just kind of pull and staple, you know, you want to do the 4 sides first, and then just pull and staple what needs to be pulled and stapled. It's super easy. In the corners, you just want to make sure they're flat and cut off the excess if you have to, but honestly, like, anybody can do this. Super easy. Is like a quick before of the bench, and then here is an after. I absolutely love how this turned out. I actually got this at Hobby Lobby and it was $10, and it's like wipeable vinyl, so it'll come through on all the messes. And here's the finished table, and here's the finished buffet. I absolutely love it. It is such a mood. It is such a vibe. Let me know in the comments what you think, and again, please subscribe, like, share this video, leave me a comment, and have a good day.